Instead, the Groupon wannabes, Peace, that's Sam, Paul, Merit, LOCM, Larry, Occidental, uh, Cat, Mary, and Dexo, which is DEXO. All three of these continue to surge. It turns out that they're not just 1 or 2 day kinds of run-ups. They're actually running up quite nicely. They're breaking through all kinds of technical resistance on the way up. Their volume is increasing. This is SPMD. You can see the volume increasing. And it's not an easy ride up from 4.5 to 9, but it's a double. It's a certified double. And it could keep going because as you see in this chart, I mean, this is just a 3-month chart, but it could keep going much further because it's down from $50 a share. You have the January effect in play, you have the Groupon effect in play, and you have dip buyers. So it's kind of the perfect storm. And you have short sellers like me who get too aggressive. I messed up on DEXO. I got squeezed, but I cut my losses and I made some back the next day. And so I think I'm up a few $100s between trading DEXO and LOCM. I haven't traded SPMD yet. It is the most volatile of the bunch. Or maybe not the most volatile, but it goes up the most, the quickest. This is DEXO, by the way. And you can see here the 7 was clearly resistance, which is partially why I took the position at 665, even though I was breaking my rules. I thought that I was safe. If you're looking for shelter in a storm and you go to a place with a concrete ceiling. Unfortunately, it looks like the storm overtook the concrete ceiling. And what's even more technically interesting here is that it broke out above 7, then retraced just to like the low 7s. So before it was the high 6s that was the resistance. Now the low 7 serves as support. It is a perfect technical, story. And it's going higher, and really there's no resistance until 11 on this 3-month chart. So it could keep going. I think that it's probably going to get overextended, and these things might be choppy. So, this video watch list, I'm calling it a video lesson too, because just as remember, I was like, all right, I'm going to have patience on HHWW and FCPG, the two blatant pumps. And by thinking that way, I wasn't like, oh, I have to short at any time. Obviously, shares to find are difficult, whereas with these Groupon clones, it's easy to find shares, but you have to be disciplined. It's like Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And, you can't just short randomly on these things, as we've learned, as short sellers have learned the hard way. If you're going to short on a Friday, when the thing is breaking out, it's held. Like, I understand, okay, if it broke below 7, then maybe it would be a fake out. This little breakout would be a fake out. And then you could say, okay, it's going to top. It's going to come back down to 6 or 5 because remember it was down to the 4s. But it held the 7s. So when it holds the 7s, you have to switch to the long bias, even if you absolutely hate the company. You need to use these technical indicators. And so I even said on Friday, I said, these things are looking strong. We could have a Groupon deal announced on Monday. Maybe Google is still just negotiating because of the antitrust concerns. You just don't know. And then the January effect throws everything off. We're now, just over 2 weeks away from the end of the year. So everyone's going to be looking for, beaten down stocks. This year, the year high for this stock is 35. So yes, now it's doubled off its lows, but it's still 75% off its highs. So, as long as the volume keeps up, as long as the technical indicators keep saying that it's positive, if you really want to short, you're scalping it. Or like, let's say, close to 841. Let's say it goes up to 10. And I wouldn't mind shorting a little some at 9.99 because I think that's overextended. Just like when IFLG, I shorted some at 9.99. It's very good to short right below like a key level like that. And the goal would probably be to cover in the low 9s. And, that might be a decent trade. But I'm not going to force it. I'm going to be patient. I don't need to trade. I'm having a decent, if not great, few weeks. I'm up like 20 grand in the past 3 weeks or so. And that helps. When you have confidence like that, you gotta be confident, even if you don't have the gains. Because when you trade desperate, that's when it gets you in trouble. So watch this. We have a busy week. There's even more.